Hey everybody, MovieFanZ here. So the movie I'm going to be reviewing for you is from 1998, and that is The Man in the Iron Mask. So this movie is directed by Randall Wallace, who doesn't have many directing movies on his filmography, but he did after this movie. He did We Were Soldiers from 2002, and then in 2010 did the racehorse movie Secretariat. So in this movie, you're introduced to King Louis, who is cruel to both the people who surround him, but also to the people of Paris. And you find out throughout this movie that he actually has a secret twin brother who is kept imprisoned on a distant island. So basically, a old group of the Musketeers set out to try to rescue Philippe, to basically try to swap them and see if anybody would notice, and to make Paris a better place. So the main cast in this, you have Leonardo DiCaprio, who plays both King Louis and Philippe. You have Jeremy Irons, who plays Aramis. You have John Malkovich, who plays Athos, who actually has a secondary storyline that I'm not getting into that also revolves around King Louis. And he is also kind of the most essential to the Philippe story as well. You have Gerard Depardieu, who plays Porthos, and you have Gabriel Byrne, who plays D'Artagnan. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a King Louis story, King Louis/Philippe story, but it's also a Musketeers story, and that was kind of interesting. So, my thoughts on this movie is I was unsure going into this movie because I had seen two other movies with Leonardo DiCaprio around this time, and they were okay, but they weren't great. First one was in 2000, The Beach, and actually 2 years before this movie, in 1996, was Romeo plus Juliet. So right in the middle. And this was a lot better than I expected. First, let's get to the negatives first. It was a little jumbled at times. There was just a lot going on and trying to sort everything out. And also, I don't know how much rewatchability this movie has. It's a good movie, but how many times am I gonna rewatch it? But let's get to the good. I thought, again, there was a lot going for this movie. I thought every main actor, the four Musketeers, and for the most part, and Leonardo DiCaprio really were great in their roles. I felt like they each had their own personality, but they also had great chemistry with each other. I actually think kind of the standout, and I'll say it just because I kind of mentioned that he's integral to both aspects of this movie. I'm going to say John Malkovich is probably the standout in this movie. I felt like he really worked well in this movie. The other thing I liked is the story. It's like, I thought it was very well told, and I was invested all the way throughout. And along with that, it's not much, but the action you do see is actually pretty fun to watch. So, given all that, I'm going to go with the score of an 8 out of 10. It's a lot better than the other two Leo movies that I saw around this time. But like I said, it has good action. a good story, and great performances. It might get jumbled at times, and don't know about the rewatchability, but I would say for anybody just to check it out at least once. And that is my review for 1998's The Man in the Iron Mask. Come back next time for another review. This is MovieFanZ signing off. Have a good night.